Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Real and Raw Relationships Unfiltered, where we get real and raw about every single relationship in your life, starting with the one you have with yourself. Now, listen, today, do not stop watching because today we have a special guest. We have Dr. Robb Kelly, the one, the only Mr. Philanthropist, Mr. I don't give a fuck. And if you don't know who Robb Kelly is, fucking Google him because he is a fucking boss. And we decided to do things a little bit differently. So instead of having questions and answers, what we did is we just sat there and we just had a conversation about what we do in our day-to-day, how we deal with our clients, and the bullshit that people tend to tell themselves. What is holding you back, and how can you be the biggest, most boss-ass motherfucking person that anybody has ever seen, including yourself? So, if you're ready to get real, get raw, then let's go.
Welcome to the carnival. I'm the ringleader now. They won't hear a sound at all as I bury you 6 feet underground.
I want to know a little bit about you.
Okay. Now,
Just dive right in.
specialize in addiction, childhood trauma, Alzheimer's, dementia, depression, PTSD, anxiety is what we specialize in.
To name a few.
Yeah, name a few. We've got 5 offices around the world. We've got San Antonio, Dallas, we've got Manchester, England, we've got Switzerland, Spain, multi-million-dollar company, and #1 guy to go to. I work with all the A-list celebrities and stuff like that, so I'm kind of the go-to addiction doctor. In San Antonio, Texas, originally from England, came over about 19 years ago to Dallas for 14 years, and now another 4 years in San Antonio. Married, 2 English bulldogs, 1 cat. I think that's it. I was homeless at one time, lost my children, stabbed my wife 3 times one night because she wouldn't finish a bottle of vodka, died twice on the streets. Apart from that, normal life.
Right. I mean, I feel like, normal is
It's overrated.
It is. That's what I tell my kids. They're like, well, I'm not normal. I'm like, well, who wants to be fucking normal, right? So I really want to know what do you want to talk about today?
We'll talk about anything. Just give me a subject, lead me in, and it's like putting Duracell batteries in me. I'll take it. I'll just talk, and you can ask some questions.
Love it.
I love being organic. I've done thousands and thousands and thousands of these, and some of them go, well, we're going to send Dr. Robb the questions. We don't fucking take questions. What's the fucking point of doing a podcast if you're just going to read a question and I'm going to read the answer? You're going to read it's just,
Oh, I fucking hate it. I went on a podcast and the guy was like, all right, so I'm going to read you the questions I'm going to ask you. I was like, why? And I just looked at him and he was like, well, that's how we do it in a podcast. I'm sorry. I may not be like as popular on my podcast because, I cuss and I don't give a fuck. But I was like, I don't do that. I don't do it because what the fuck? Exactly. What the fuck is the point? It defeats the purpose of having a fucking podcast. So, well, what I really am curious about is, so everybody goes through relationships, and we think automatically like romantic relationships, right? So for you, what was like the hardest point where you were like, holy fuck, I have a fucked up life?
oh shit, that goes. I think it was when I became homeless. I mean, the craziness was happening way before that. I was a musician, pro musician. So yeah, I was in madness anyway of all that shit. But when I become homeless, that's when it really hit me. Is what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's fucking always, oh man. See, I grew up on a project. I I have fighting guy, bodybuilding guy, didn't take any fucking shit of anybody, still don't, by the way. Uh, that's why I'm so popular in certain, we don't, they go, oh, Dr. Rob, oh, you shouldn't curse like that. Well, first of all, fuck off. I don't give a shit whether you come on board or not. Refund and fuck you. And that's
Right.
so that's why I'm so popular, because when you work with the kind of people I work with, they're used to be they're told yes all the time, yes, man. And I go, fuck that. When I picked, who did we pick up? Uh, fucking Eddie Van Halen from when I first came here. And he comes on, I didn't know who it was, never fucking heard of him in England. Comes up, he says, are you Dr. Robb Kelly? I said, yeah. He said, aren't you, is this supposed to be the wrong way around? And I said, what? Aren't you supposed to recognize me? Like, okay, fuckface, here's the deal. Stop that. Get on the fucking our helicopter and we'll take you in. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and get back on your own plane. Oh, and by the way, Eddie, I don't give a fuck which one it is, by the way. Yeah, you got it.
Right.
Come with us, So, so
Yeah.
go.
But so for me, like one of my biggest things that I tell people is if you're going to get the surface layers, you're not going to get jack shit, right? Because they have the fucking woo woo, and I'm just going to meditate, which I'm not against meditation, I'm not against yoga, I'm not against all those fucking things, right? But those are coping mechanisms. Those are not healing, right? The way that you heal for you, what is the way that you see that healing is beneficial?
For me, yoga meetings, I don't go to meetings, is finding my identity and living in the now is part
Mm-hmm.
of my healing. So I do, I don't get up and fucking, pray and stand on in the yard for fucking half an hour. I just get up and I just spend time with me all day. I take 24 hours at a time. It's not an AA thing. Certain parts of the brain reset every 24 hours. And being in the place at my age, been through all I've been through, I've not really given a fuck what you think about me. And people say that. You know this, Angela. They say that. I don't with
Yeah.
you. I don't give a fuck. I got nothing to prove to anybody. And at the age of 64, I can still fucking fight anybody that comes up. Anybody, I don't give a fuck if you're 20 or 19. It's that being in that place where you don't care and living free. That's the
Mm.
most healing part for me. I
Yeah.
think if you do all the work or whatever you're doing, if you don't get to that place of peace, this is me, all the noise has stopped, then I keep chasing shit. I always say to people, I've got something that very few people have in this world, and that is enough. I,
Yes.
you know, I have to chase the mortgages, I have to chase the fucking carpet, I have to chase. I've got enough, man. So what I do now is pick and choose who I work with, very close knit person. So I have one friend and about two people in my circle, and that's it. I'll be like you, by the way, I love you. Fucking got to get out of the way because you just fucking, you're like a Robb Kelly, female Robb Kelly. Uh, just, being free of that shit. It's
I
just,
love that. Yeah. I love that. So I had I'm gonna call her out, the girl that I had on my podcast last week. I kept asking her questions and she would just stare at me. And my fiance even told me, he's like, did she didn't answer a single question. I was like, oh, I know. I know. Because I asked those questions because we love to sit there and we play the victim and we say, oh my God, this person did this to me and this person did this. But what we forget is that we are so focused on our fucking selves that we don't see that everybody's got their own shit. Everybody's got their own fucking lives, their own struggles, but we stay in this, oh, woe is me, because then we get to play the victim. Because what happens when we play the victim? We don't have to do jack shit about it because we get to be the victim and we get to say there and sit there and say, oh, they don't bother me anymore. And then you go on about them for the next 30 minutes, right? The next 40 minutes. And then guess what? They've monopolized your time. Therefore, they fucking win, right?
oh,
So
So what
Oh, so
what was
podcast haven't started, does it?
huh?
Podcast started already, no?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay,
Hope
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
hope you like everything you said so far.
Yeah, yeah, let's do it. Come on. All right, I didn't know it started. Let's do it.
Yeah, no, I said this is how I do it. So,
Brilliant.
I've had people ask me like, what questions are you going to ask me? I was like, well, that defeats the purpose of it being a real and raw relationships podcast, right?
All right.
It can't be unfiltered if it's fucking filtered.
No, of course not.
Yeah. So I have like on my podcast, I actually have moments where it's like, I'm like, oh, fuck. That's not what I was gonna say, but I keep
Yeah,
it
yeah.
on there. I keep it on the podcast because why not? I mean, that's what people need is authenticity. You know, we love to sugarcoat and we love to make everything just very perfect, right? So when you're dealing with your clients, how do you fucking deal with them? How do you
Well,
deal? I know you kind of touched on it, but how do you deal with them when they're going in this wallowing self-pity, everybody else is the problem?
well, I've seen over 11,000 patients over the last 25, 30 years. And there's a pattern. You got the guys that want to come here for a reason. They want to get it done, had enough. You got the guys that mum and dad's paying the bill, so they don't give a shit. We get rid of them real quick. And then you get the guys here who think that they're better than anybody else because they've had a movie out or something like that. So we do a lot of subliminal messaging. If I told someone to, hey, you've got to do this and not that, human nature is fuck you, I'm going to do this. But if you can get into their head from psychology view is subliminal messaging. I'm planting stuff in your head that you don't even know, but you'll act on that.
Yeah.
There's an exercise we do, which is hilarious, which, we get to know the patient first of all, and then when they're going out for dinner, they're going to a steakhouse because he loves steak. And what I'll do is I'll give him an envelope to give to his wife that he can't open till after dinner. And I'll put fish into his brain, fish. So when he gets
Yeah.
to the restaurant, he orders fish. And everyone goes, what? I just fancy a change. And then they open it and vote fish. It's like very, very cleverly can you get people to do what you want them to do, all in the sake of recovery. But we're kind of a no-nonsense people. When people go into treatment or people are depressed or PTSD or marriage problems, whatever, that the counselors will ask them, well, how do you feel? My guys will fucking tell you how you feel until you get your shit together. It's kind of that, being in this great position where I don't need your fucking money. I don't give a shit you come on board, but would have got a 98% success rate with over 11,000 patients and millions with my TV and books and all that shit that I do. It's like the knowledge that we have here is far more advanced than knowledge out there. So we can take or leave you. We really just don't care about that. But if you do come on board, then you're our guys. And we'll go to any events. I only take on 4 patients every 3 months. Though my guys, my therapists and coaches, see to the other guys, but I'm not that concierge doctor. So, we never have, and you'll love this, Angela. We never have like a book, and you go in and you go, okay, it's counseling session number 2. We're going to do this. Okay, this is session. We don't do that shit. The way you turn up is the way the session's going to go.
Yeah.
So we're all pissed off. We're going to be pissed off with you. If you turn up all ready to work, we're going to be ready to work with you. So it's all the first 5 minutes, whether it'll be telehealth or in person, that my guys assess you. And when you come in, and it's very strict what we do here. If like we do 3 times a day, you've got to text in at certain times. You can't be a minute early, you can't be a minute late. 3 times that you miss, you're fired. You can't fire me, says who? Bye-bye. You don't know who I am. Oh, I know who you are, all right? Bye-bye. So
I
people end
love that.
wanting this, and rather than sticking in the treatment center and going, well, I've got to be here. It's like, oh, no, you don't. I turned a singer down about 17 years ago for $1 million because she wasn't ready and I wasn't going to work with it. And she turned up drunk and she's this fucking big singer. And we said no. And then next day, she did crazy stuff in the newspapers. But yeah, It's an assessment.
And you're like, shocker, you're
Yeah,
not ready. I mean, I don't know what to tell you though.
exactly. And it was in a restaurant in Dallas, and a bodyguard got up and a dad get up when I'm walking out, and he's like, dude, don't do that. That would be
Yeah.
silly. Don't stop me believing. Oh, Rob, you're just cocky. I ain't fucking cocky. I'm confident. I saw something, Angela, a couple of years ago. I was doing a conference, and the headline in the newspaper for the local area was controversial doctor from San Antonio, Texas. And when I started, I'm fucking not controversial. I'm just going to tell you the shit, how to get well, and the rest. I don't play that game anymore. So if you call that
Yeah.
controversial, good on you. I don't give a shit. You either, because there's too many people dying every fucking, oh, there. It's, oh, Rob, can you get him a coffee? He's relapsed. Fuck no, I can't get him a coffee. Why isn't he on the same program that got me to a different fucking place? Why are we playing and sugarcoating this shit? Oh, that Dr.
Yeah.
Robb Kelly is not for me. Good.
Yeah.
Well, fucking, you're not for me, Off.
Right. Why can't it be the other way?
The
You're
winner now.
actually
Let's do
not
it.
for me. You're
Right?
not for me.
Exactly.
It fucking drives me insane. Like, so I have an 8-week program. It's called the Real and Raw Relationship Reset. So people look at it and they're like, oh, well, you've been through a shit ton of trauma. So I don't know if your program's for me. I'm like, well, then don't fucking message me. I don't know what to fucking tell you, right? Because if you're gonna look at it and be like, oh, I have to have the same kind of past as you, then you're not ready. You're not ready. Because what I do is I go through every single little. So every single video is 15 pages of research shit that I do. And I sit there and I call them out. I call them out and I'm like, okay, you say that you're not jealous, but how often are you sitting there and you're looking at that person and you're judging the shit out of them? You're on social media and you're like, oh, look at that girl's hair. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. You're just jealous because you can't fucking do that. Why? Because they give a shit. Everybody that says, I don't give a shit, they fucking give a shit. All of them.
Always. Oh, I came up with this. There's two kinds of people in this world. The people who love you for who you are, and the people that want to be you. And that's it.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, that's it.
Nobody's jealous. Everyone's jealous about what I have, Angela, but nobody's fucking jealous how I got here.
Yeah.
So you see the cars, you see the houses, you see all this stuff. I have a restaurant next door to my offices that we built, a British restaurant. It's like everyone's jealous, man. It's like, go through what I've been through, do the shit I've been done, do the homeless, the loss of children, all that stuff, and then tell me that you're jealous, and I bet you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet it's just something that what it is the number one thing for me is fear.
Yeah.
People fear that, whether it's fearing fear itself, fearing the unknown, the possibility of failure. And it's like it all amounts to your ego attached to your trauma and your fucking need to defend your self and your honor and your inability to just accept that we're fucking humans and we don't know jack shit. We don't know fucking anything. The moment that you say, I let my favorite thing, I'm good. Oh no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good now. I've done so many things. I had one girl that said that she was going to join my program. She was like, but I think I'm actually good. Like I've done all that stuff. So I'm telling her what's in the program and how intense it is and how I'm not going to fucking babysit her and I'm not going to sit there and validate her feelings because the whole point is for her to validate her own fucking feelings. And she was like, I like that. I like that raw approach. I was like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You know why? Because you just said that you're good. The moment that you sit there and say, oh, I've been doing this for years, I've been doing that, you don't fucking know jack shit. Yeah, because the more that you actually do know, the more that you realize you don't fucking know jack shit. You can sit there and have all the degrees in the world and you're still
Yes.
sitting there like, I really don't know anything.
We get it. We get this is the best one I love. Okay, so they come here. They go, "I'm depressed." Oh, okay. You take any depression meds? Yeah, I take Wellbutrin. Excellent. How long have you been taking that? Oh, about 6 years now. When the fuck did you think it was going to kick in? You're taking this shit every day and you still fucking, it's like, it baffles me how people do that. Oh, yes. What? And oh man, it's
Oh
just like,
my
they're all sheep.
God.
I know.
Or they come to you and they're like, I just want you to answer that girl. I just want you to answer that one problem. I'm just having this one problem. And I was like, okay, humor me. Sometimes I let them humor me. Sometimes I'm like, I actually don't have time for this. Like, bitch, I got 6 kids. Okay. I got my own shit. I don't got to deal with that. And I'll ask. So I asked her and she's like, well, I just want to know why I'm always trying to fix other people's shit. And I was like, right. So that's adorable that you think that I can just answer all of life's problems in one fucking sitting. Like, if we could actually do that, then where the fuck would therapists be, coaches, psychiatrists? Nobody, because we'd all answer the questions, right? But I was like, it is so much deeper because I guarantee you, you can't accept yourself. You're still suffering from some sort of abandonment issues. Oh no, my parents, I don't give a shit about your parents. Shut up. Because you are talking about everybody else. I love when people sit there and they love to say, well, my parents did this and they excuse their behavior instead of explain what their behavior is. I'm going to excuse what I did and how I did it and the fact that I'm emotionally distraught and emotionally dumping on every single person. And I need you to just answer this one question of why I suck in relationships. And you're like, well, I really can't help you. I actually can't do that when you're going to sit there and say, actually, I want you to answer this. Like when my program, I think it's week 6, or I go over boundaries. Everybody's like, I want to know. I can't tell you how many times my clients, well, I want to know about boundaries. I was like, well, how about you do the other fucking 5 weeks first? Well, no, but I want to do the boundaries right now. I was like, you're not ready to do the boundaries because if you can't accept that you've got fucking shit and that you are not fucking there at all, then it doesn't mean jack shit. You could sit there and say, oh, I'm so self-aware. You're self-awareing yourself into oblivion. I'm so self-aware as I fucking gaslight someone and I accuse somebody else of gaslighting me and I cheat on them and they cheat on me and this is friend, I dump this friend and I do this and I treat everybody like shit. But I'm so self-aware doing it. Congratulations. Now you sound like a fucking narcissist. That's how I feel about it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious to me that people like how many times do you have somebody sit there and say, "Can you just answer this one problem that I have?" Like all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah. It's never one. It's crazy.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
be crazy, you know. It's
For
just like
real.
many things. You've gone through so much stuff, and it's just when I first came to America 18 years ago, they stripped me of my psychology license because it said I was doing damage and harm, and stuff I was teaching was not true. And I lecture to those guys today. You know? No, right? It's hilarious because I knew that I was onto something.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to stop giving a shit about what people think or say about me. I mean, like you said, really deep down. And when you get there, it's just like, because you know the guy. I realize this, Angela. Nobody that's doing as good as you or better would ever negatively comment on anything that you do. I've
Yeah.
noticed it's the guy sat in the mum's fucking spare room after 7 fucking divorces. The kids don't want to see him. He's the kid 45 years old with nothing going on, and he's commenting shit on my stuff. Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to you, buddy, as I fucking drive home, and but it's just once you start realizing that nobody's fucking coming for you. That's the
Mhm.
big one. No one's going to save you. No one's not
Right.
going to go with $1 million check or that girl or that guy. That's amazing. Nobody's doing that. Nobody gives a shit about you. When you walk into a room and close the door and everyone looks around, it's not at you, it's the fucking door closing. They've got their own shit going on. So we have a saying here that, can you imagine living life? Like if I was 90 years old and I look back and realize that nobody was looking anyway, and I could have really done anything I wanted to, that's where I am in life. So
Yeah.
I hate to get to that and go, oh, because nobody tells each other, they go, oh my God, I was really good. when I was like 16, I was really good at what I do. Because nobody tells you. I don't want to get to 80 and go, I want to realize today how fucking good I am. I want to realize today that, the people with the help, the prosperity, I have 4 businesses, it's just I'm now is the key,
Yeah.
just now realizing how good you are and what you're put on this earth for. And everything
Right.
works out, because I spent a lot of times homeless. I spent a lot of times crying. When the kids taken off me, even when I got better, I could never see them. 30 years on, So 4 years ago, I'm a great believer that if you do the right thing, help people, be kind, get people through shit, do what you're supposed to do aggressively or not, and treat your minds aggressively, verbally,
Right.
and you're going to be rewarded. So whether it be God, universe, Uncle Jimmy. But 4 years ago, after 30 years, my daughter messaged me on Facebook and she says, "Hey, Dad." And she called me Dad, Angela. I've not seen that. She was 3 years old when so my 2 daughters are ages 1 and 3. She said, "I've seen you on TV in England. I want to see you. I've got something to show you." So we have people
Wow.
around us, as you can imagine. Within 4 hours, I'm on a plane heading back to England. We gets there, we stays overnight. We're walking to the house the next morning. And with my wife, I'm crying, I'm shaking, all the bad shit come back, and what a bad father you were. And we got to the doorstep and I could not knock on the door. I was so terrified. And she opened the door quickly and she grabbed me and we hugged and cried and laughed. And she took me by my hand, Angela, and she walked me into her living room and she handed me my 3-month-old granddaughter.
Wow.
Shit like that happens, you're doing the right thing, despite what everybody says. I think I'm down to 3 haters right now. I've fucking employed the rest of them.
I fucking love that. I love that. It's so funny too, because when I first started my business, when I started my podcast, it was originally called Who the Fuck is in the Mirror. And I remember,
I love it.
right? But for like branding and all this other shit, I changed it to Real and Raw Relationships Unfiltered. But so it's that now. But when I first started, there's this lady, she came up to me and I'll never fucking forget it. She was like, "What's the name of your podcast?" And I tell her, and she was like, "What if I told you that it's offensive?" And I was like, "What if I told you that you don't have to fucking listen to it?" And I was like, "And also, what do you do for a living?" She's like, "I'm a therapist." I was like, "I feel really bad for your clients because who the fuck
Right?
do you think you are trying to help other people and you're going to degrade me because it has a goddamn cuss word? Are you kidding me right now?" What my fiance says, he says, "There's no sensitive words, just sensitive people." I
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I
I
fucking love
love
it.
that.
He says it to the kids all the time. And so like that is like a firm grounding for me.
Write that down, Angela.
Yes, do it. Cause
Yeah, t-shirt coming on.
it's so fucking it is so true though, you sit there and you give things power, you give words power. Somebody calls you fat and you're like staring in the mirror for like 30 minutes wondering, where am I fat? Do I need to, oh my god, my daughter loves to come up to me in the morning and she just shakes my arm. She's all, "Well, that's okay because you're old." I was like, all right, well, first of all, fuck you, child.
Yeah.
But also, it's like you can't let it affect you unless you
Oh,
give it that power to.
I love I love what your fiance said. People's, when I get off stage somewhere and talk, that's offensive. No, no, no. You found it offensive.
I was just gonna say that. Yes.
Just because you fucking said it and don't say you doesn't mean that it's offensive. You found it offensive, and that's your fucking deal, not my deal. The other
Right.
300 people in the room are trying to shake my hand here, and it's always them people that are doing less than you and it's living in fear, and they have to criticize something that it could be anything. The restaurant next door, we got this British restaurant in San Antonio. It's killing it. Where restaurants are going bankrupt, we're killing it. And you get people like, "Well, I've just seen your breakfast online, the picture, and it really should have 2 eggs." What the? Do you have a fucking job? What? Fucking time on your eye. What the fuck are you talking about? But they have to do that little, well, you can do this. It's like the painting. You missed a bit, it's fuck off and pick a paintbrush up. What's wrong
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Right.
There was maybe a year and a half ago before I started. That was when I started my business, just a year and a half ago. And I used to work at a saloon, and I'll have ladies from there message me, and they think that they're, well, what they say is that they're doing me a favor, but they'll sit there and they'll be like, "Did you hear? All these girls are talking about you at work, and I just thought you should know." And I was like, "Why?" Well, I just thought you should know because they're all talking about how you're just a joke, and I can't believe that you just do this and you talk like this, and who would want to be coached by you? And I was like, so my concern is why you felt the need to fucking tell me that. Like, are you starving for attention that much that you thought I'm gonna be Captain Save a Ho and fucking save her? What's the saying? Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
Exactly.
I don't want to be saved. I don't want you. But I love when I hear people talking about me because I'm like, well, I mean, all publicity is publicity, you know? So that if they're going to be talking shit, if they could just do that around, because you never know who's listening. You never know who's listening. So you're sitting there talking shit, and I'm thinking, man, I wonder who you're saying it around. Because somewhere, some person is sitting there and saying, God, I fucking resonate with her. I fucking resonate with just that real and raw approach where you don't have to sit there and be like, oh my God, am I going to say this? Am I going to be offensive? Am I going to offend someone? Oh my God. Like, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
That's
Yeah.
what stuff, you know. I uh I get it. I used to get it all the time. I don't now. I don't read reviews so much these days, and I have gatekeepers, so I'm in that good position where it's like, hey Rob, Jimmy said that, blah blah blah. And I said to him, okay, why do you think Jimmy was comfortable telling you that to tell me? He got quiet, right?
Yeah.
If you raise your bottom lip and close your top lip, you'll shut the fuck up. That's the way you should be living life.
Yeah, I told the other day I told one of my clients, they said, so I need you to sit still and look pretty. And she was like, oh, because that fucking song. And I was like, no, but seriously, can you? Can you
Yeah,
actually just sit still, look pretty, and fucking hold your own?
yeah.
You think that by being louder and by being so dramatic and doing all these things, you're going to get attention. Nobody gives a fuck.
Wow.
Nobody gives a fuck.
You know? Yeah, he's crazy. I love what I do, man, because we deal with so many subjects and we rebuild and we work with entrepreneurs, have to build up businesses and we get them to $1 million. And it's all mindset. Once you find out your identity, clear the shit in the past of all your childhood trauma with DNA changes, man. We build podcasters, entrepreneurs, business owners that's just starting out. We built him into this fucking empire because it's all mind. It's all it is.
Hmm.
It's not how you're selling it. It's the mindset around what we're doing. And if you can change that mindset to winning, then you fucking win.
Yeah.
And if you get up in the morning and think it's going to be a hard day, guess what? It's going to be a fucking hard day. So what we tell
Hmm.
us an internal dialogue is very important. Uh, to succeed in and knowing the true you. I
Yeah.
people all the time, we haven't got time, guys. I don't think we have time. You're a fine example, Angela. One minute you're waving them off to kindergarten, next minute I'm waving them off to fucking school or college. It's like, where's that time gone? You have to
Yeah.
act now. You can't fucking do it tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. My fiance and I, we just bought a house, and this is our view now. We have 11 acres,
Oh, uh,
just 11 acres. Everybody told us just go slow, just go slow. We've built raised beds. We're building a whole acre just for doing raised beds and fucking gardening. And then we're doing 4 acres for an orchard. And then we're gonna have a whole section where I'm gonna be able to do like a retreat for anybody that wants to come and they need to just like fucking reset and actually go deep. Then we have a space for that so that they can actually do that shit. So like everybody when I first started was like, that's fucking unreal. Like, you have a nursing degree, you have all these degrees. Why are you fucking just uprooting, like restarting everything? And I was like, because I want to. Because when you look at it and you say, this is not my life, this is everybody else's life for me. Everybody wants me to be this and do this. And that's why I think that sometimes coaching can be a joke and therapy can be a joke, because you're just asking them so you can get validation to do whatever the fuck that they tell you to do. And then you get to sit there and you get to blame them instead of just being your own person and being like, okay, let me own my shit and let me accept all parts of me so that I can see who am I, what do I want to do with my life apart from what anybody else tells me I should be doing with my life, and how am I going to fucking get there? And then you just start. Who gives a fuck how you're starting? You're going to fuck it up. I've changed the name of my podcast 4 times. I've changed the name of my business 3 times. Like, it's going to fucking happen. But you're never going to know until you know.
That's the thing. You're never ready. Or what if I fail? Go speak to J.K. Rowling. Well, what if I don't? Go speak to the Beatles, man. They got turned down so many times. It's not that you turn down, it's maybe you're not ready. Take to the next step and you get up and you try again. But if you keep trying, the quantum physics backs this up, man. You walk over and you take the fucking position. You don't call for it, you don't take it. Get the experience, go in. If you start calling yourself the best in the world, guess what the mind thinks? You're the best in the world. On the back of my business cards, it actually says the best addictionologist in the world. Not in Texas, which is big enough in the fucking world. You can't prove me wrong. Yeah, but once I start calling myself that, I become. So everything I talk about, we research. So how do we know that? Well, years ago, I went into a friend of mine's. He was a headmaster in a school, ages between about 8 and 11 or something like that. It was a small class. There was about 20 of them in there. We always do an experiment, and he cleared it with the board, and they said, we'd love to. And it was basically finding out the top 3 pupils there that were going to be captains of industry, they're going to change the world. So we went in, we had all these exams, we passed out 20 minutes, 25 minutes, they all come back in, we collected them, we went back home. We come back the next day, we said to the headmaster, here's the top 3. Jenny, yeah, Jenny, okay. Billy, wow, you sure you got these right? Yeah. And Steve, maybe Steve, are you sure? 100% will come back in a year's time. And so we did. We went back and we didn't speak to him in between. And we said, how's our 3 students going? And he went, oh my God, how did you know? They've got offers from college already. One started his own business at the age of freaking 11. How did you know that these were the guys that were going to make it? We need to get the information and pass it to the government. And we told him. On the way home from our first visit, we threw away all the exam papers. We didn't even look at them. We chose 3 random kids from your school, and we told you they were going to be changing the world. And because you treated them like that, so they become.
Damn.
So show me your friends, I'll show you your future. If we're hanging around them guys who don't believe in us, always putting us down, we're going to end up being like that. But if you have to hang around the guys that you want to be or the girls that you want to be. So if you're on 40 grand a year and you want to earn 80, it's imperative you start hanging around the guys that earn 80. If you hang around 90 plus people, you will become the 10th. It's the mirroring part of the brain that we look at. 3 parts of the brain differ with alcoholics and anything else. And you need to put that to work. Is that you can literally become anybody you want and you can achieve anything you want to achieve. Now, years ago, when I first come to the country, Americans, and I don't know why, they all used to say the same thing. I would say you can be anybody in the world, and they would say, I can't be president of the United States. That's what they would say, trying to prove me wrong. Forget the political views, guys, for a second. We had a fucking businessman with no political experience whatsoever running the country. Don't fucking dare tell me you can't achieve your dreams. Somebody's put that there when we were kids. Yeah. How many times, Robert, have I told you, this was my mom, you can't go to college like your brother, you're too stupid.
Yeah.
That haunted me for 30 years. Because that sits in the subconscious brain.
Yep.
Yeah. And we've got the conscious brain. All this shit is in the subconscious brain. The subconscious brain wakes us up every morning because it's lack of oxygen. So on our prefrontal cortex says, here's a question. the thought pattern goes straight to the subconscious, and out comes the doubt, out comes the fear, out comes the resentment, I'm just not going to do it. I'll stick with this normal job.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, man. We have a method that we do to come from the conscious brain every day, and life takes off. Got to stop listening to the negative shit and the noise around you, man, because you will stay there. I can go back home to the projects in England, and I can help those people. I just can't fucking live there anymore
Mm-hmm.
because I'll get taken right back to where I come from. That can't happen.
Yeah. And I think it's really important that you've got to fucking you got to accept all those parts of you. Those parts, like, people love to just, actually, I've already worked on that. So I don't like to think about that. I don't like to think about where I was raped or where I was molested. You know, I'm like,
Classic.
well, I was raped, I was molested, my kids were taken from me, and I fucking own my own business now. And I have my own goddamn podcast. And I have a fucking family, and I have the most amazing, funny, intellectual man that makes me think. And all because I accept all those parts, right? Because we're like, oh, I couldn't possibly, I don't want to deal with that side of me. And it's like a vase. This is what I tell very first day, any client that I have. What happens when you have a vase that shatters? They're like, well, you can't fill it up. Right. So why the fuck would you think that you can just fill your whole life and feel whole and complete every single day of your life, even as you grow? You're never going to get to the quote unquote, goal that you think that you need to be at. But what the goal is the journey. So what do you have to do for that? You have to put every single part of that vase that has fallen, and you add it, and you put it all together, and you become yourself. You take those pieces and you accept that they are part of you, and you shut the fuck up about shaming yourself about those parts, and you accept that sometimes you're a bitch, sometimes you're a fucking asshole, sometimes you need to be Captain Save-A-Ho to feel better about yourself, sometimes you can be the most insecure prick in the world, and you accept those parts, and then that is where you have power, because you have taken away the power that they held over you.
Save-A-Ho.
Yeah, Captain Save-A-Ho. That's my favorite saying. I love to say that because it's so true. I tell women all the time, well, I'm always there for my kids, I don't have time for that. I'm like, that's cool. You're actually teaching them, because you're being Captain Save-A-Ho. And nobody wants to be saved. They think they want to be saved, but the moment that you're saved, quote unquote saved by that person, is the moment that you've given them all the power, or they've given you all the power to fucking put everything on you when things go south, or you put it on them when things go south. Like that, this girl that was on my podcast that said, well, I asked, what do you think boundaries are, and what do you think would be an indicator that you can take your walls down? This is her response. She said, well, the indicator would be, for instance, when a man is drinking, if he's a drinker, I don't drink. So him quitting for me, and I said, that's the biggest bowl of shit. I was like, you know why? Because I would never ask somebody to change for me, because you know what they're going to do? They said, what do you think is going to happen the very first fight that you have with that person? The very first fight, they're going to bring all that shit up. I quit for you. I did this for you. I did this for you. And then it's just going to go back and forth. I didn't tell you to do that. Yeah, you sound manipulative now. Now you sound like a manipulative fucking gaslighter. Like,
True. So fucking true. I love it.
so ending, because we do have to end this, because once I get on a roll, I could just go and go, but then we got shit to do. So I got mesquites to cut down. But I do want to ask you, I know our conversation kind of, well, I want to say it didn't go all over the place, because it's kind of had the same, it had a good cohesion to it. So what would be your ending thoughts for our listeners?
it's very important that, again, we know who we are. It's very important to know that the brain and the mind is absolutely miraculous. It's important to know that the mind runs the brain, mind over matter, brain is matter, and we can achieve anything we want to achieve. Stop listening to other people telling you can't do shit. All you got to say is these words, says who? You can't go to America and be on Oprah, says who? You can't go to America, Rob, and da, says who? All these says who's that I've done, I've conquered. Because you have to know the true you. Surround yourself with people that have got your back in a room that you're not in. Surround the people who clap when you win something. If you want to know who your haters are when you win something or do something good, watch the guys that don't comment on your Facebook. You know, I bought a car recently. Stupid price, like house. I could buy a house for the same. You know, all my guys were like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you deserve it." And there's like 6 people I was waiting, and he never said nothing. What for those guys? You don't want to be those guys. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you, and that's the key to life. Once you have something in mind, start a business, date a girl, do it now, man. Don't fucking wait. You're never going to be ready. Just like you're never going to be ready to get pregnant. You're never going to be ready to do that. You know, start your own business. Like, you haven't got time, guys. Do it now. You know, we have a 7.3. We've done so much research on this. We have a 7.3 second golden rule in this company. And that is, if I'm on the couch tonight and I got a big bag of chips, a big can of Coke, which I don't do either, and I see Arnold Schwarzenegger on the TV and I go, you know something, babe, I might go to the gym tomorrow. I ain't going to the fucking gym. I know it. She knows it. The 2 dogs are like, really? Even the cat's there going, dude, you're not going to the fucking, I'm not going to do it. But within 7.3 seconds of me saying that, if I get up, go and get my sneakers, put it in a bag, my shorts, I take it either to my car or near the door I'm going to go out with, that 7.3 seconds, I've already started it. There's a good chance of me finishing that movement. The problem is with people with trauma, if you can't keep relationships, you can't keep a job, it's all that trauma, is we're great at starting stuff, but we're shit at finishing stuff. Finish stuff, guys. Fucking finish it. I don't care if it's that wall, that painting the wall that the wife has been going on free. Fucking do it, or shut up and don't fucking do it. Either one. Champions are born and they go through shit and they get great. You know, people with silver spoons in the mouth or homelessness. I'm taking a homeless guy every fucking time, man, just like me. Because I say to people all the time, people have got nothing to lose. People who don't give a fuck about what you say are very dangerous fucking people.
Yes.
Succeed where others have failed. Because I signed an office deal in Dallas about 6 years ago, and the office deal in Highland Park, it's prestige offices, was $1 million. Over, you know, I don't know what it was, 10, 20, whatever years it was. And I signed it. And my friend said to me, Rob, how the fuck do you sleep at night, man? And my answer was, what the fuck can they do to me that I haven't already done to myself? What are they going to do? Take my office off me? I'll fucking find another one. Stop freaking out about little shit, you know? Because I tell you what, if me and you got a phone call right now, Angela, to say, like, when the kids, God forbid, when your kids have been injured, or you know, even worse, aunties in a car, everything you're worried about would go. Everything else would go to the back straight away. That's how you have to live your life. The rest is fucking noise. It's de minimis. It's of no importance. Right now, to you, in this moment, in this time, is where the peace is. And the moment in this time is where your life is. It's not 2 hours later. It's not coming. It's not 2. It's gone. Right now is all we have. This is your life right now. What the fuck are you doing with it?
Yeah.
Should you be here in life, but you're only here because other people said you can't do it? Think about it, guys.
Doing it with intention.
Doing it with fucking intention, man. Boom! Do it with intention.
Right. Don't fight. You can do anything, but you do something with fucking intention, like listening to somebody. You can listen to somebody all day, but do you listen with intention? With the intention to actually fucking learn something.
Yes, you're amazing, Angela.
Fucking love that. You're awesome.
I've done thousands of these. I think I'm on Joe Rogan in fucking December. All them guys that are my friends. And I'll tell you something now, girl. This is in my top 2 of best podcasts ever that I've done. And I've been on some big names and done thousands and thousands. This is in my top 2, possibly the best podcast I've ever done because of that authenticity. You are fucking amazing at what you do. You look great, you sound great, I'm gonna fucking friend you in a second. You're
Stop it.
like,
Tell me more. Tell me more about myself.
no, you are though. I've never met anybody like. Where do you live?
I live in Arizona, Southern Arizona, Sierra
Okay.
Vista.
Yeah, we're over there. Well, we're in Vegas in 2 weeks. Uh, we have to meet one day. Me and my wife, you and his fiance, is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think this is the last of each other we're going to see professionally. I think you know, I'm fucking speechless, girl. You're fucking awesome.
Hold on, hold on. Let me just, for those of you that are listening to the audio recording, I just high five myself. So you're fucking welcome for knowing that.
That's it. I listen to this, Job. We can finish on this. Angela, I've never requested anybody that I've been on a podcast with. But you know something? I've got to fucking do it right now.
He's doing it, guys. Wouldn't
Do
that
it.
be fucking hilarious if I denied him?
That's what you need to do. Yeah, hang on. No, you're kind of being serious about this shit, you know? Okay, I've sent the request. Man, thank you so much for this. Thank you for spending time with me.
Yeah, thank you. I had a fucking blast. I know when it's your assistant, right?
It's my media director. Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah. So she reached out to me and I my first thing she was telling me about you and I responded to her. I was like, "All right, so here's the thing." Because I've had some interesting podcasts with some people and I'm like, "God, I need to get some people that are gonna, really bring it in." And so I was like, "Okay, so here's the thing, bro. I've decided in my last couple podcasts that I am a very real and raw person. So I have to let you know firsthand that I have no filter and that if you're going to sit there and say, oh, yeah, we're ready for whatever you throw, then I hope you fucking are. Because that's what I do. And she was like, I think you guys are going to be great for each other. I was like, okay, all right, just making
Thank you so
sure.
much. You know, I've got to give you an attaboy now because uh, we turn down 10, 15 podcasts a month. Everybody wants you on their podcast. But what Connie does is she goes out and she finds those people that are changing the world. Those people that are raw. I don't give a fuck if you got one viewer or a million. It makes no difference to me. And then she calls me, oh, I've got one for you. It's Angela Spoon, I've got one. I'm like, is she cool? Oh my God, I can't even speak about it. And she put the phone down. I'm like, fuck yeah, it's gonna be good. And she's so right. She was so right.
Oh my God, I feel like such a celebrity. My first client actually, she told me she was like, "You're fucking so unreal. You are I when you make it big, I get to sit there and say that I was your first client." And I was like, "Oh my God,
Nice.
stop it. My ego is so happy right now."
He's amazing. I don't know. I speak to this man. Yeah. Fuck. You're a real deal, Angela.
Thank you. Yeah, that means a lot. That means a lot coming from somebody that definitely has a lot more experience than me. Mine is just, well, I mean, I'm not going to downplay it. I'm a fucking boss. I'm a
There you
beast. I'm a
are.
beast and I fucking go for it. If I want it, what's that song? You see it, you like it, you want it, you got it. That's me. I every part of my life. I'm like, if I want it, I fucking go for it. So thank you. I really appreciate you coming on. This was fucking awesome. This is probably one of my favorite. I had Pastor Henry on, and I was so worried because I was like, Pastor, the fuck? I was like, told his assistant, I was like, you do realize what I do on my podcast, right? And he was so cool. That motherfucker was so awesome. And he asked me questions at the end and he flipped the script. So I actually used it as one of my podcast episodes. And I was like, a coach called out and I put it on my podcast. And I was like, I fucking love that. I was like, I'm totally using this.
I love it.
Well, we definitely need to get in contact again. You gotta introduce me to Oprah. That's like my one of my biggest goals is to meet Oprah and tell her my shit because she's a badass. She's a boss ass. I was gonna say boss ass bitch. Well, I just did. So anyway,
There you go.
it just happened. So that
Yeah.
happened. But thank you again, and I hope you have a good rest of your fucking day.
You too, Angela. we'll speak soon, without a doubt.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks, girl. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.